Whether it's your mother, your father, your grandmother, or your brother, we all know someone who's a senior citizen. With nearly 400,000 senior citizens within this community, they make up for nearly 12% of San Diego County. Our next guest is part of an organization who is doing incredible things to help this growing population. AJ, tell me a little bit about this unique and special place that you brought us here in San Diego to.
We're here at Elder Help, and Deb is the CEO of Elder Help. And Elder Help is a really unique cause and nonprofit that I think is fulfilling a huge need that no one else is even addressing, and that's senior citizens in need of assistance basically in their living day to day. And I think it's just a great cause that I would love to get behind, and that's why we're here. I want people to be able to learn more about it.
So Deb, thank you again for having us. I got to talk to you a little bit before. Incredible organization. Tell us a little bit about some of the needs that Elder Help takes care of for the elders in the community.
I'm happy to. Thank you for having me. Our focus really is, as you said, it is on the aging population who are trying to remain in their homes. So they don't need facility care or in-home 24-hour care. They're independent, healthy, able to mobilize and get around, but they need a little bit of help staying in their homes. And it's very affordable to do what they do, but they just need grocery shopping, transportation, and maybe understanding their benefits and being enrolled in health insurance, or if they have veteran benefits available to them, grocery shopping, bill pay, pet pay, safety inspections, you name it. Anything that can help them remain in their homes as long as possible are where we focus.
I guess a question that I have is, what's the qualification process? How do you help people? Who's doing all of this work out there? Because obviously if it's cheap, someone's got to be volunteering and helping. So how does that work?
Well, the qualification to become into our programs, first of all, we handle calls from anyone all over the place. To be a member in our program, if they want to be in our client in our shared housing or in our care coordination program, 60 plus, they have to be at least 60 or older. They have to be able to ambulate and move themselves, get in and out of a car. They have to be able to make their own decisions and advocate. Family members can call us and say, we want you to come in and help us with the care of our parents. But the parents have to say, I want you here. I understand what you're doing. Mm-hmm. I will partner with you and cooperate and create this relationship with you.
Sure.
Our volunteers are amazing. We have almost 500 of them. They are the lifeblood of our agency. We have about 19 staff. Half of those are degreed social workers and care coordinators, and they go into the home and do a detailed assessment. What do you need? Do you need transportation, or are you having a hard time getting to the doctor? Or you get your prescriptions but you can't get to the pharmacy? Do you need groceries because you're not eating healthy? Anything that we can think of.
Sure.
And then the volunteers go in the home, and we assign a volunteer for each aspect of that, and they create the relationship with the senior. Because all the research shows that it's not just the fact that they have a relationship and socialization, but they're actually creating a really significant bonding experience with somebody that cares about them.
Right. I mean, especially if they spend all that time alone and no one else to help them, I'm sure having companionship and people that help them, that's huge.
Exactly. And everything we do has a medical benefit, a health benefit. So obviously isolation, there's so much data and research out there on isolation. So that's incontrovertible that hospitalizations and falls and chronic disease are skyrocketing because of isolation.
Sure.
So if we can get in there for a little bit, all those things change. So the seniors who are in our programs, they fall less, they're hospitalized less, they're transported to ER less, they live longer, they're healthier, they have less chronic disease. So we know that the statistics and the data is out there to show that what we do is really making a difference.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And you do have a lot of programs, uniquely named as well, like Seniors A Go-Go. So they're very thought out. Take us into a few of those.
Well, Seniors A Go-Go is our transportation-only program. A lot of our seniors first come to us because they've lost their license. And that's obviously a huge milestone in their life, where they're starting to lose their independence and their sense of control. So that's a standalone transportation program. They say, I only want transportation, I don't need anything else. And then once they start driving with us and they see the other things that we can do and they see the need for it, then they slowly start going into our care coordination program, which I talked about earlier. There's also our shared housing program, where we find seniors who are living alone and have a spare bedroom or bathroom, and they'd like to have a roommate. And the purpose of that roommate is companionship, or help around the house, or maybe rent, or a combination of that. So we find a good match. We put them together. We create the agreement between them, not a contract, and it's not caregiving. We don't do caregiving. And then we facilitate that match for as long as it's together. And we also place seniors in homes of younger intergenerational families who want to have an aging adult living with them, then we'll place the seniors in those homes to do the same thing.
So they're basically fostering
Yeah,
a
kind
senior
of. It's
citizen.
like, you know, they want to help provide housing. We have a huge housing crisis in San Diego, and 25–30% of the homeless are seniors. So we're doing what we can to try and use existing housing inventory to find a solution for them.
And speaking of people wanting to help, you do have a very special event coming up in March, is that correct?
Yes, we do. Every year we have what we call our Essence of Life event. It's in March 11th at the Southwestern Yacht Club. It's a really nice just Sunday afternoon reception. And the reason we do it at Southwestern Yacht Club is they're a philanthropic partner of ours. So their members do events themselves all year round and raise money for elder help. And we volunteer at the events, and we've helped many of their members with services, and they drive traffic to elder help, and it's a great partnership. And we recognize all of the partners that we have who make it possible for us to do what we do. And we also recognize a senior who's in our program. We recognize a volunteer. We recognize community partners, corporate partners, and we just try to give a good sense of what it takes to be a successful agency and make a difference the way we make it. We also highlight an inspirational senior and talk about what's going on out there and why it's so important to support this population.
Awesome.
Deb, thank you so much for having us here. We hope that this can shed some light and get more volunteers and more attention to elder help. And thank you, AJ, for having us here as well.
My pleasure. It's all about them. They're doing an amazing thing here, and we're just here to promote it.
Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
44 years of assistance and having helped over 7,000 senior citizens in last year alone, it's safe to say that this incredible organization is redefining how we help our